Welcome to a new episode of Positive Vibes, maybe, also known as PVM the Talk Show. I'm one host of the team, Dante Dash Smith, and it's Sunday night. Thank y'all for tapping in, helping us have another marvelous show as usual. Guys, gotta send a lot of prayers and loves out to DeMar Hamlin, NFL safety who had a cardiac arrest on the football field Monday, I believe it was. Passed out on the field, so warm wishes, prayers, and love to him. It's been reports all morning that he reached out to his teammates, that he's cognizant of where he's at. His health seems to be improving, so that's a good thing. That's a positive thing. We can't send enough love. So warm wishes to him, the entire NFL, all the players, and anyone that was affected by that situation in totality. It was a bit traumatizing to watch on TV, someone falling out, but blessings. Hey, with it being Sunday, blessings on blessings. Shout out to Meek Mill. He was blessed last night at the Giovanni Davis fight, where he was prevented from getting his behind beat down. As Giovanni Davis, he won, against, who was it? Against Hector Luis Garcia. So, yeah, good fight, good match. If you guys didn't get the chance to watch it, check it out on pay-per-view the next couple days. I'm sure it's going to be up on there. It's a hell of a fight. Win a couple rounds, but it is what it is. But overall, how are you guys doing? What's the energy out there? What's the enthusiasm? What's the vibes? As I wait for my guys to join me, so we can start this live up. I guess I'll give you guys a synopsis of why today's live was so important to have, and why today's topic is what it is. So, for those entering the room, what's the energy? Today's topic is cancel culture. In large part of a lot of things that's been happening within our culture, and when I say our culture, I mean within the black community, of a large, the black community as of a large, we've been quick to cancel people based off their opinions, based off their thoughts, their views, or just even based off of, media scrutiny, has been the influence of some situations. The most recent case being the DeMar Hamlin situation, where sports analyst Skip Bayless was criticized and quote-unquote canceled because he expressed his thoughts, not even thoughts, but just expressed an insensitive opinion at the time of a sensitive subject. And that was the meaning of him being quote-unquote canceled. So today, I don't even want to really talk too much about that situation, but I want to talk about, are we canceling people irresponsibly? Are we canceling people without actually doing proper research before we cancel them? Or are we just too quick to do it, And is cancel culture really even a thing? So many times we're quick to say, you're canceled, or we're going to cancel you for this, that, and the third. But really, who has been canceled? So, that's just a gist of what we're going to be talking about today. As I said, also, before I even talk too much, let's get back to the basics. And there's a lot of things happening at PVM with all three of us that's associated. That's the host, myself and Jeide, and our executive producer, Kaang. We got a lot of adventures and endeavors going on. So definitely check out our own individual Instagram pages and make sure you stay tuned to our individual endeavors as well as the PVM endeavors. For those who aren't aware, Jeide himself, he is an artist. Paintings, I'm sure, are for sale. You can DM him. If you guys don't know, the pen is nice. The paintbrush is even smoother. You want to update your decor, hit my guy up. Y'all can work something out. Update the quality up in your house. Update the aesthetics in the view. Myself personally, got a lot of things happening within the kitchen on the culinary side. This time, and what is it going to be? Valentine's Day. I'm doing dinners with Fly 'em Out Catering. I have a menu guide for you guys to look at, and I have a way for you to place your orders, as well as for the pre-sale as well. That'll be available to you guys within the next week or so. So stay tuned for that. For our executive producer, Kaang, he also is good with the pen, a performer as well. You can catch him in and out the streets, and you can catch him on live tonight as well too. So, oh, actually, this might be up a little bit. And actually, let me send a little invitations out to everybody. Get this party started up a little more, even more. Jeide, how you feeling today?
What's good with you, fam? What's good with y'all people? How y'all living?
I'm good. I'm living marvelous. How's your Sunday unfolding for you?
I'm a little behind schedule. I'm working on a
Okay.
new commission piece or whatnot. That's why I'm trying to look for some colors right now. But it's been a good Sunday though. You know what I mean? I can't complain.
Hey, it's another day above ground. There's no need to complain. It's a blessing in itself. Plus you talk about commission pieces, so you're already talking about the money. Can't be that.
Nah, facts, absolute facts.
Now, can
I
you
mean, how
share
you
with
doing?
us? Oh, I'm good. Can you share with us the piece that you're working on? Like what type of pen is it going to be, or what it is that you're creating?
It's going to be. I don't know if I can speak too much on it because I don't know how much details is actually public at this time. I know that I can tell you that it's going to be a part of an exhibit. I can say that
Ooh.
much. You know what I mean? Everything else regarding it, I don't know if it's in my pay grade or in my jurisdiction to speak too much on. So I'm gonna just have to keep it right here like that. You know what I'm saying?
Understood. But I'm good. I'm feeling great. Did a little workout today, so the body's feeling right. Got some home cooked food upstairs. About to dig into once we done this live. So I'm excited about that.
Right
And
on.
got the chance to read today. New book. What is it called? It's about the black male growth. Actually, one of my female friends, she gave it to me. Thought I might resonate with it. It's been pretty good so far. I'm about 43, 44 pages up there. But it's been a
Okay.
good read so far. It's been a good
Okay.
read thus far.
Right
Real
on. Right
informative.
on.
Real informative. Lot of feels. A lot of range of emotions so far. So it's been good. It's been a good read. I'm excited about it.
Right on. Dig it.
You know. And I got my health. And obviously the Eagles was doing well before we started the live. So fingers crossed that they finished the job. So I can get off the live and see that they done did their thing. And
Right
we're
on.
gonna see what they do.
Right on. Right on. Sound good. Sound smooth.
Yeah. So we getting King grooving as our third guest today, but he can just join in whenever he's available to join in,
All right.
and
All right.
we could just add him in from there.
Shout out to
But
King. Shout out to King.
I know executive producer of the show. Actually, this is him jumping on now.
Right on. Right on.
So yeah,
What
what's
up,
good, King?
bitch?
What's going on, man? What's going on?
Try to find some clothes.
I feel that. I feel that for reals.
Oh shit. What's up with y'all, bro?
Same groove, baby. Different room.
I that.
I can do that. That's good. You all look healthy. All look rested. Look well. That's good.
He said
Good.
rested.
Oh shit. Who rested? Somebody got time for rest?
That's
Congrats
what
to
I
you.
said. For real, that's what I said.
Niggas breaking
Oh,
records. You out here getting rest. That's some new shit. You know what I
yeah.
mean?
You gotta rest the body and soul, or it's gonna rest you sometimes.
I thought that
Well, for me,
was the only option.
nah. I've been practicing lately. Trying to navigate that line of when to take a break and when to continue persevering. Like at moments you do need to continue to push through. But it's other times where you kind of gotta listen to your body and just take that break.
I
Yeah,
feel that.
yeah,
Don't have
for
to be a
sure,
long break. You know, that's
for sure,
that's where
for
people
sure.
get caught up at. They assume like the break is supposed to be a long last. Sometimes that break is only 15 minutes. Sometimes it's only 5 minutes. Like you just gotta catch your blessings and appreciate what you got.
Facts.
But for the reason that I brought us all here today, today's topic, cancel culture.
Right.
Inspired by a lot of things that's been happening within the community lately, from the Kanye situation to the Kyrie situation to most recently the Skip Bayless situation, where he had an insensitive tweet. I actually got the tweet here written because I didn't really find it too offensive, except the timing of the tweet that I found offensive. And at the timing of it was right after the player, Damar Hamlin, he had just had a cardiac arrest attack on the football field and passed out. At the time, that was unbeknownst to everybody. We just know he had passed out, and it was later revealed that he had lost his breathing. But at that moment, all we knew was that a player had went down. Where Skip Bayless, he sent out this tweet. I'm gonna read it out for us, and it read, "No doubt, the NFL is considering postponing the rest of this game, but how? Late in the season, a game of this magnitude is critical to the regular season's outcome, which certainly seems so irrelevant." He left that and received like a ton of backlash, mostly from black entertainers, black sports commentators, trying to cancel him, and it just led to another part of where I was just like, cancel culture, where I felt like we are too quick to cancel people just based off their opinions without even properly vetting the situation. We're just caught up in the emotions of wherever action is happening at the time without like fully vested in the situation, like as far as like maybe that person's point of view, their reason for their stance, or even given the opportunity to let life happen and maybe our stance changing on the situation. So I kind of want to just open up the conversation to you guys with this question, and it is, do you believe cancel culture can truly affect an individual situation?
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely. Why not?
Yep.
How so?
In today's time, 50,000%. You know what I mean? If you make any form of income off via social media or online, well, cancel culture is definitely can affect your situation without trying. You know what I mean? It can screw you over ASAP. Because the moment, what happens is when you got fans or a part of whatever you do, and it belongs to the thing I call the potluck of society, which is whenever you pop and you get thrown into the potluck, where it's like, yo, this is the thing we fucking with, and we all agree. When those are your majority audiences, the moment that sway of that audience change, well, yeah, whatever you present is now terminated until the next. You know what I mean?
Yeah, pretty much. I look at it like this. First of all, as always, I liken everything on the internet as something that has happened, that existed before the internet, because the internet is like a shadow of what real world social politics is. So cancel culture to me is nothing but rumors and gossip. And we all know rumors and gossip, they can damage careers. They've been damaging careers long before the internet existed. You know what I'm saying? Now, just because the shit can fuck with you don't mean that this shit is an end all be all judge, jury, and executioner. That might fuck with your money in the mean, you know what I'm saying, the now rather, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, that shit don't mean nothing. It's just as bullshit as rumors and gossip is. You know what I mean? This whole cancel culture shit. Because all it does is it puts you in a place where, all right, your money fucked up for a short amount of time. Or what you do. If you know your politics, you run the gamut. You know what I'm saying? You get in front of a couple cameras, make some public apologies, put some money into some charities, fall back, hop into a rehab program, come back 7 years later after most people forgot, get yourself a Grammy out of a great performance or some shit, and keep on getting money. As many white people that did it, as many black people that did it. So it's not even a race thing. It's just a politics thing.
You gave it too many years. Nigga, you got 72 minutes for real. You come back out. Niggas don't remember no more. My problem with cancel culture is it's a fad. I'm just going to call it what it is. It feel like a fab to me because they don't care. They really don't care. Like,
And that was my next question. Like, is it really even a real thing? Because, like, how many people have really been canceled for good? Like, I know we say they've been canceled, but, like, Kanye been canceled like 10 times. I can remember in the last 2 years, and he still keep popping up.
The only person that determines you being canceled is yourself. I'll keep it 100. There's one person in I don't want to say recent memory because this happened a long time ago and shit. So when Big was still alive and he was like the voice of a whole generation and shit like that, he came up with a record where he dissed a fellow rapper by the name of Kwame. And Kwame used to wear polka dots, so he dissed Kwame because he wore polka dots and shit. So Kwame had an interview, I don't know how long it was or whatnot, but he said that because, you know, Big said that, he fell back. He was just like, yo, he would go out to the clubs and people laughing at him now because of his style and shit. So he fell back. Because he fell back, his career suffered. Niggas don't even know who the fuck Kwame is unless they real hip-hop heads and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? He canceled himself. You know what I mean? The only person, what's going on, y'all? Everybody that's joining, what's going on? Miss Jackson, what's going on? The African Butterfly, what's going on? The only person that can cancel you is yourself. You know what I mean? You allow the rumors and this, that, and the third to push you to a point where you feel so self-conscious about your own existence and what you're doing that's supposed to be your purpose, and you decide to go along with the status quo to try to fulfill somebody's empathy gap, make another motherfucker feel good about themselves and shit. You know what I mean? Go ahead and cancel your own motherfucking career when you got children to feed, you got family and shit. Fuck out of it.
That's real. No, that's real. I'm gonna give it a slight pushback. Because what if in that instance you are pushing back and you are fighting the wave of cancel culture, but it's just getting the best of you? Example being Ja Rule. Like he's done tried to fight that cancel culture to his ability. Now he's still relevant because of his past and his history. And you can't take that away from him. But the way he's viewed today isn't the way he was viewed yesterday. You know,
Man, let me tell you something, bro. Let me tell you something, because you talking my language now. Hip hop is that's what I study. Let's keep things all the way funky. Let's keep things all the way funky. I done messed up a little bit of color and whatnot. It's all gravy. Let's keep things all the way funky. When niggas thought Ja Rule was out, because the fifth, Ja Rule came up with New York. I got 100 guns. 100 clips, nigga, I'm from New York.
It was at the fifth, wasn't it?
Came back. When Fifth hit him again, what Ja Rule do? We gonna clap back. We gonna clap back. We gonna clap back. Let's take it the world, nigga. We gonna clap back.
It was hard at the time.
He can this. Ja Rule can this. All right. When Fifth did what he did, the feds did what they did. What Ja Rule do? Fell back, still getting money though. Smart money don't need to be loud. Ja Rule has a whole entire catalog that he can go anywhere in the face of this world and get money off of his catalog. What's the one thing that you know Ja Rule for the last 7 years that made him famous again? Fire Festival.
Yeah.
That ain't had shit to do with 50.
And that was a cancel moment.
Yeah. That was a cancel moment. And now what's happening now? Now what's happening now? Irv Gotti went and popped up with the whole Ashanti joint. They got a whole Murder Inc. Documentary that's coming out. Guess who's going to be the star of that outside of Irv Gotti?
Yeah.
It's out already? Guess who's the star of that outside of Irv Gotti?
Ja Rule, Ashanti. You know.
Bruh, this cancel shit is like, if you go to school, if you shit your pants and you go to school the next day, you deal with the rumors because you still got to graduate. If you decide to tell your mom the next day, oh, Mom, I don't want to go to school no more, I shit my pants, everybody laughing at me. And you don't graduate at that school. You want to graduate at a different school, but that school done beat you because now you don't want to go back to that school. Guess what, man? It's 24 hours when you wake up the next day. People gonna laugh. People gonna get their thing out. Look, Wale dropped one of the best albums of his career, the album about nothing. He had
Facts.
Sansa on there talking about the realest thing ever. He said, when people laugh, you gotta give them something to laugh at. Give them something to talk about. People are miserable. They're gonna look for something to laugh. They're gonna look for something to talk about. And then they're gonna forget, because it's gonna be old. And nobody wants to be stuck in the past laughing at some old shit when 85% of the people who ain't got shit to do with their time laughing at the new shit.
That's some pearls of wisdom you just dropped there.
Ain't wisdom, man. I just study niggas.
But that's still pearls of wisdom, because you know most people don't study people like to take the time enough to like see what a person's actions is. They so caught up in what they're feeling and how they react and how they receiving everything that they don't really take the time to notice another person's actions, how they display, what they display. To kind of read the room properly.
That's a good way of putting it. Reading the room.
Oh yeah, well, that's a skill, but that's developed over time. Like most people aren't blessed, to have like the OGs in place to teach them the game. Like they kind of got a lot learned by trial and error. A lot of times, just by being in situations where more cases than not, they experience the worst end of people. So you kind of develop to understand, what to look for and what not to look for in individuals.
Yeah.
Shout out to the Color Duchess, Adrian the comedian, and Mr. Know-It-All too, that just joined the room. Appreciate y'all.
Okay, all right. We passing.
Yeah, let me check these comments real quick before we continue a little bit. So that African butterfly said, for sure, but it depends on who you are in life and how high up the ladder you are. Because if you're high enough, even bad press is good, sadly. And that's true too. That's probably like my biggest problem with cancel culture. For me, I haven't really seen anyone ever get canceled from it. I've only seen like the benefits that it can present for somebody. Like I kind of more so in the wave that you would, Jeide. As far as like it's really what you make of it. Like more times than not, you can spin that bad press around into your favor, or use it to your advantage for something else. If you smart enough or got the business mind to kind of see what the situation is and make the most of it.
Mm-hmm.
The African butterfly followed up her last comment by saying, "Yep, all that, Jeide. If they're high enough, they just do it all. They just do all of that, and they're good again." Okay.
But here's the thing. I want to speak to that too, because I used to think that if you're high enough, if you got da, it's not even about being high up. It's real talk, just studying people. It's real talk, just studying people, yo. Because everybody got families, yo. Everybody got families. Everybody got somebody they love. We all got ain't shit people in our families. It is what it is. We all got people that we'll go to war for that do fuck shit. It is what it is because we know that person. Outside of us knowing that person, there's people that look at that same person and be like, that person ain't shit, don't fuck with him. He a snake, he a bitch. He a backstabber, he this, that, or she this, that, and the third. You know what I mean? Not only is it the fact that it's perspectives, but it's real time just social constructs and understanding it. If I bump into somebody and I don't want problems, I'm gonna apologize. If I want problems, I'm gonna stand on it. And I'm gonna be like, yo, what you gonna do? So it's the same thing with like, let's say somebody puts smut on your name. What you gonna do with it? You either gonna embrace it.
Oh.
If you know yourself, see, now we about to go somewhere. If you know yourself, what do you do? I'm not even gonna finish that statement. I'm gonna put that out to the room. If there's a rumor about you that comes out, say somebody say that you were smut, or somebody say you burning, or somebody say that you burnt somebody off of money in a room full of business minds and millionaires, and you know yourself. You know what you did. You know what you can do. What do you do in a situation when somebody's throwing lies on your name and they can flip the room, but you know yourself?
I like that. Go ahead, take over.
Listen, right? right? So I'm gonna go ahead and grab the steering wheel real quick, yo, man, because it's time to spin the block. You know what I'm saying? First of all, Duchess, we can definitely talk about them prices of eggs.
We could cancel the whole grocery
Listen,
crisis,
listen,
man.
listen. We gonna handle some of them. We gonna get to that. You know what I mean? Because Jetty's had a good point. I'm gonna use two things first. Miss Jasper and Candace. Cancel culture is not real, which is the whole subject statement. And people who have been canceled do thrive in many other ways, which is exactly what Jetty and Ms. Jasper just said. Now, Jetty said stand on it, like bump a nigga and look him in the eyes. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. See, I recently realized motherfuckers don't like the flutter of the racing heart, right? People don't really know what to do when their heart start racing. They don't know what emotion. They just know their heart racing, so there's panic. Most motherfuckers can't decipher and drive through that world because when your heart race, time do move faster. Basically because a rhythm you hear is beating faster. Fuck a rhythm of the time frame of the world. A rhythm that is inside of you has now increased and is out. That's why rage is what it is. That's why fear is what it is. If you can stand on your shit when you feel that heartbeat change speed, it don't matter what any motherfucker got to say. You know what I mean? Hold on, people messaging me. Let me turn this off. When you got that motherfucking fuck confidence, when your ego and your confidence are co-partners and your surroundings standings, you know what I mean? When you're not speaking because some bullshit coming out your face, when you actually giving, yo, son, throwing dice is honesty, my nigga.
Yeah.
Like cancel culture can't do nothing with honesty. You know what I mean? That's why, me personally, I say this and I say this forever. I intentionally have begun to create things that fuck with people's sexual side. Because I realize people are prudes. I realize people either find a new freedom and wait to speak to a stranger or go crawl up and be in the closet afraid to show how they really feel. You know what I mean? But there's certain little things that just fuck with them internally. Like a song bitch. Don't ask me where it belongs to, but I like it because it's fascinating. Cancel culture can only destroy what is allowed and what is accepted. First of all, second, and third of all, how the fuck you cancel anything? Let somebody please, other than like an actual action on the screen, nigga, canceling life means death.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like we're just gonna be real with the situation. I believe what happened is cancel culture became a title and a name for a thing more though than an action. It became an umbrella that people can gather under and like minds could be like, yo, we all feel this way. Yay!
Yeah.
You did something. No disrespect, but that is a human thing. To want to be a part of is the thing people go to therapists for. So, like, I get it. It makes sense. It's a lot of shit that don't make sense that none of us will ever fucking get for the next person. But perspectives have allowed me to sit back and be like, oh, y'all canceling that. That's just how y'all feel on the inside. All right. I ain't got to agree with it. But if the motherfucker standing and being canceled agrees with it, that person has took on some shit that was nothing other than an expression from one set group of people being pushed at it so it can actually notice it because it's loud enough to be seen compared to one or two whispers. So if someone says something honest to you, aka what the cancel moment could technically be, some people didn't like some shit you did say something that might have been wrong. But if you can handle what's being thrown at you, the world only waiting to see how you respond after you get shot.
Pretty much.
They
Pretty much.
waiting to see what are you gonna do? Are you gonna crumble or stand on it? You know what I mean? Me personally, I feel like if you gotta go apologize, I feel bad for you. I really feel bad for it. Because that means you say a lot of things you have to apologize for in life. And I don't have time for that shit, bro. Like, I'd rather be on the side of the fence where it's like, I don't get bored, I don't trust him, I don't know what they say about him, than be like, damn, I gotta apologize for what I said to you the other day. I realized that was fucked up. I shouldn't have said something fucked up in the beginning.
True.
You know what I mean?
But what if it was unintentionally? Like, let's say, and I'm just using this for example, the Kyrie situation where he just tweeted out a link. It wasn't necessarily to offend anybody, but him tweeting it out offended masses, you know. So he was put in a position where he had to apologize because it was to the detriment, not apologize, and was to the detriment of his finances.
If I was the person's real PR in that situation, like somebody who helped somebody with that, first thing I would tell them is, I feel bad for you. Because you're only experiencing this because this is something you might have felt some type of way about or been looking at or been doing on your regular, and you finally decided to share. What these fucking platform does is allow shit like cancel culture to have a say. You know what I mean? Compared to back in the day where a rumor can only echo amongst people, now that shit can affect getting in the venue. You know what I mean? Because that shit's on another level. You know what I mean? In Kyrie's situation, that dude might watch mad shit of that nature. He might have been getting told about shit like that his whole fucking life. Certain things we watch ain't something we just stumble upon. A lot of people who actually got some form of focus, drive, or intellect, they do things with a form of intention, no matter how big or small it is. You know what I mean? What happened to that man is he shared something he was looking at and had to stand in the fire. I would have said stand in the motherfucking fire. Because when you go to walk away from it, you now treat this thing that you was willing to look at and share as if you was wrong for seeing something in it. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
It's unfair, 100%. But society is an unfair place, if you ask my opinion.
Man, look, I want to add to that. Society is beyond just an unfair place. Society confused as fuck. You near Kings, what's going on with you, King? I mean, you need gang. Society confused as fuck. Look, I say this from a personal designated walk. I remember a time when I used to network and try to get everybody's attention and try to be cool with everybody because I'm thinking numbers. I get cool with everybody. Everybody fuck with me, right? I get to be cool and I get to do this and that. I get to get these opportunities. I can get love, right? Right? It makes sense, right? I give love. I give love. I get love back. Yes,
feel it. I can feel it.
Yes, master.
Praise him.
Until I recognize one, everybody has their own set. All cliques got their own set. They got their own creeds. They got their own ideologies and shit. So no matter where you stand on what you do, somebody not gonna rock with you. You can be the most agreeable person on the face of the planet. Somebody gonna look at you and not like you because you're so fucking agreeable.
This is true.
Beyond that, too, there's so many inner turmoils in these cliques. Half of these niggas don't even like them. They don't even like each other. I don't know why the fuck these niggas is chilling with each other. These niggas is throwing the same flags. They hate each other. The motherfuckers will talk behind they back like crazy. Talk this, that, and the third. So it's like, how the fuck do you think that you're going to get this entire movement out of this one group of people or several groups of people when these motherfuckers got inner turmoils and they fighting themselves?
Hold on, Jeide. Fast break. Pass me ball. I'm gonna pass it right back to you.
Oh, yeah, hold on. I got you, bro. I got you.
You put 2 pumps on it. Step to the left, step to the right. Left to the right again. Listen, what you speaking on, dog, that shit, that inner insides beefing with each other because everybody want that one thing. They want that opportunity to stand in front of the motherfucking world, bro. Like, I'm learning more and more people really want that opportunity to stand and be acknowledged by massive amounts of people. Because some people aren't acknowledged. Some people have a confidence and a mindset and a shit ton of knowledge that they feel as though that people are fucking with them with. And you can walk in that room being your motherfucking self and say some dumb ass shit like I do all the time. And motherfucking attention change. You can see the look in people's faces that they're bothered just because you walk in the room. I've heard so many times, oh yeah, you just want to be cool. Nigga, what? Hey, shit. I don't even know where I'm at right now. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, what we doing after this? I'm in a whole nother world staring off in fucking la la land. You know what I mean? Like, minding my motherfucking business. And that's why cancel culture really can't work for you. Because if you minding your motherfucking business, my nigga, you know what I mean? And you being true to you, people around you know what it is. People you meet and shake hands with know what it is. But if you being a fraction of yourself, if you're being a percentage of yourself around people you do business with and around people you call this, that, and the third, when you do begin to be the real you, you have automatically changed. And your whole time in your mind, you have just been being yourself.
Mm-hmm.
But the truth is, you've been being a form of a self to be amongst this, and that. Those circles. Here you go, Jeide.
Oh, I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? That's why all this shit bullshit, dog. Like, yo, cancel culture, I'm gonna say it. We might get flagged. Fuck it. The same motherfuckers that started cancel culture, they probably cousins to the incels. They probably cousins to the involuntary celibates. You know what I mean? Because they ain't got no backbone of their own. They the ones, matter of fact, you know what? You know what it is? You know what it is? Because I was watching Ali Sadiq, Mexican guy on boots. I was watching That's my guy. Ali Sadiq is my guy. He was talking about when he was in prison, and he was saying, all right, so, you know, he got into a fight with a homeboy, you know what I'm saying? Some things popped off or whatever. It happened over bullshit, but it's jail. A lot of things happen over bullshit. So he said he forgot what his pops taught him when he was young. He said his pops taught him 3 things. He said, 1, never be the man in front of his family. He gonna come back and kill you. He said 2, never, I don't know what 2 is, but 3, he said, he said 3, never slap a man when he's already down.
Pride gonna step in the way.
He gonna fuck you up. He's gonna fuck you up.
You're never gonna forget that moment.
Forget that moment. Nigga, that nigga gonna get a juice spaz. They gonna get up and fucking wrangle your neck. So Ali Sadiq forgot about it, and he said when he was like 2-piece and he said he had this man on his knees. There's something in jail called the sideline. And he said he forgot, never listen to the sideline. Because the sideline are a bunch of motherfuckers that's telling you to do something when they know it would never be in their best interest to do it. So they off on the sideline, amping you to do something they know damn well they would never do. So everybody on the sideline going, slap him, slap his bitch ass, slap him, slap him. Ali Sadiq, he young. So he like, you know what? Wham! Smack the shit out of him. Ali Sadiq said he don't know where this strength came from. All he knows is that his 2 arms went to his side. He got lifted and slammed into every table in that room. Every table he got slammed into. And then he said the last table he got slammed into, he went down like an accordion, like in Tom and Jerry when they go, that nigga slid off the table. And then he said that man said after he slammed him and beat Ali Sadiq ass, mind you, Ali already won. He lost his own fight because he listened to the sideline. He said after that, that man said, don't you never slap me a motherfucker again. Ali Sadiq said, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What the fuck else you gonna say?
Right. So I parallel that to the cancel culture niggas. The cancel culture niggas is the sideline. That's what the cancel culture niggas is the sideline. They ain't got no backbone to do nothing themselves, so they trying to amp and rile up a whole bunch of other people to do this, that, and the third for this, that, and the third or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? All this shit, like niggas ain't got demons. Everybody got demons that they dealing with. Everybody got problems. Everybody got obstacles. Nobody's life is perfect. So when you want to throw that cancel culture shit in the way, it's because you fearful. Because you know damn well if you was in that situation, you wouldn't do shit. So now you're trying to amp everybody up to go and try to ruin somebody else's life when it's like, all right, humanity is no longer even the thing that you want to look at to help to rectify somebody. Because what's the one look, I would trust somebody who went through hell, came out and repented than somebody who got the audacity to say that they're an angel and don't know nothing about poverty and struggle.
You can't
I trust
that.
the person that went through hell far faster than the person who ain't never know nothing and got the audacity to throw a halo on their head. Straight up.
Based on probability, you have more chance. You have there is more meat dinners. There's more dinners had with the devil than angels themselves. You know what I mean?
That's fact too.
You know. It's where you lay at. This is what I have a question for you though, Dash. You know what I mean?
All right, go ahead,
Well,
shoot.
not for you, but for the room. You can spin it around. You started off first because you've been quiet for a second. So, um,
I just been listening to the pearls y'all been dropping.
right. So we're gonna give you the time for you to drop some. How do you feel when inside a set these rooms when you start acknowledging you're different, and now this room relies on you, like this room you're a part of. Yet now that clique doesn't serve you no purpose, or those people don't serve you no purpose, or whatever the thing is, you can, whatever you choose to make it no longer serve you purpose, and you have reached the point of acknowledging that, and have to acknowledge that you are now about to offend somebody.
Ooh,
Ooh.
so this like a similar scenario to like when the quote unquote superhero turned into the villain, pretty much.
However it works for you to
I
digest to give us something, be my guest. You know what I mean?
can actually use real life experiences for this one. This is easy. Well, as y'all know, and most of the viewers know, I smile a lot. So automatically, when I enter most rooms, that's automatically a turn off, depending on the crowd.
Yeah.
That's it's an energy shift, is an attitude shift, is a I can feel the energy when I walk in the room, especially like if it's more geared toward men in the room. You know, like the energy change, the oh he think he better than me. Who is the smiling dude? The oh I don't even like niggas smiling and shit. Like I get energy by just being myself. Like not even trying to interact with somebody. Just want some look. I'm just happy to be alive. How's your day doing? You know, like I've actually been greeted with attitudes when I've been trying to offer pleasantries to people at times, where it's just like, you know, like I kind of developed a way to myself of not letting certain shit bother me. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to just like let other things just kind of roll off my back. So for me, like when I feel like that energy is shifting, or where I feel like, you know, maybe my presence is outgrown the company I'm keeping, or maybe they feeling like, you know, they've outgrown me. I try to keep a distance. You know, I try to create a distance that's respectable. More times than not, when it turns nasty and you know, like the rumors get spread and it's the shit talk. You know, I kind of do, as you said earlier, Jeide. I kind of try to rest on my laurels to an extent, you know, and trust that people that actually cultivate a relationship with me can actually trust the history that we've created, and not allow like what's being said to like blind them. But like in more cases than not, you know, like people gonna believe rumors, and I just kind of really just gotta roll with it, you know. Like I kind of been just more so in this space where I just kind of not embraced it, but just let it be where it's gonna be. Like, all right, cool, you believe that, fine. I'm gonna continue doing what I'm gonna do, you know. Now you're gonna see what I do, and either you're gonna know, like, okay, that person was full of shit. They got it wrong. Maybe they messed up, or like, no, he cooler than, you know, things appear. More times than not, that's the situation. Like I've had a lot of encounters where like me and an individual may have started off shaky, may have started off disliking each other. Most recently, I just kind of acquired this friend that's becoming like a business source too. And our first encounters were really bad. You know, we met each other through a third party. At the time, the third party and me weren't really seeing eye to eye. So the intel he was receiving about me was all negative.
Mm-hmm.
Spin the block. A couple months later, me and that individual who heard all the negative stuff, we run into each other again at another event. And you know, at that event, we finally got the chance to really chop it up to kind of see like the things that we heard about each other weren't really necessarily true, or they just didn't match up to what was being said at the time. So it just kind of allowed us both that clean slate to kind of cultivate a new relationship, and that's kind of where we stand now, like doing business together. But like that's really how I handle it. I just kind of gotta let it be what it's gonna be, because you're not gonna really change anybody's mindset, you know. And once they believe what they believe is a wrap. Like that's probably like my biggest issue with cancel culture. Is just like once the masses have this opinion of like we're going to cancel you, you kind of just gotta ride that wave, you know. And you kind of just gotta, like as you both said, put your seatbelt on, strap up for the ride, and grab that steering wheel and navigate your own route. It's gonna be bumpy waters, but you doing the driving. It's all about how you handle it.
For sure.
Yeah.
All right. Now, off of what he said, Jeide, I got a question for you.
What's up?
What do you think drives the people who join the cancel culture?
Peer pressure. Oh, go ahead, Judge.
Like real
That's
shit. Like, what do you, in the minds of them? Like, do you think it's because they have actually been canceled or been told a certain amount of times this isn't a way, or you know what I mean? Like, take it where you want. I'm listening.
So you're asking what drives the people that throw the cancel thing at other people?
Yeah, like what makes you think? What is the common shared thought that you feel some of the cancel culture people may share that drives them to be into a group now?
Okay, I'm with you. One of the common thoughts. I feel that, and mind you, what I'm about to say, even with what I'm saying right now, this doesn't go to say that the people who are throwing the cancel culture shit are not identifying problems with these people. Of course, there's problems with these people. But like I said, everybody got fucking problems. So it ain't like these niggas discovered fucking lightning and shit. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got fucking problems. Fucking geniuses. Anyway, so I feel like the thing that really pushes them for real is things that they've experienced themselves, injustices that they've experienced themselves that haven't gone to the light of any judge, to any authority, any state figure that was able to implement some type of, stop to it or to rectify it or, to step in and quote unquote save them. You know what I mean? Because why do you feel so strongly about X, Y, Z? There are injustices happening everywhere. You know what I mean? Like, there are injustices happening right now behind our backs that we are completely unbeknownst to.
Yeah.
So when it comes to the light, does that mean that now I have to give my whole entire heart and bleeding heart to it, wave another flag for that cause or whatnot? And like, we're all connected, but at the end of the day, if I don't focus on myself enough for me to be able to understand where I'm going, then I'm just going to be sinking myself on behalf of what? Screaming out somebody else's name? That shit don't make sense to me. But once again, everybody's going through some things. Everybody has unsung justices. Everybody has unsung justices. I feel like that hurt affects other people's, or some people so much that they're like, all right, this ain't never gonna happen to me again, or this ain't never gonna happen to people that I fuck with. So when they see it happen to people that either they fuck with or somebody that they deem innocent, because nobody innocent, children are the closest thing that you ever gonna get to innocence, period. So nobody innocent, you know what I'm saying? But, when people start to see these injustices, it clicks them back to that time that they felt an injustice on themselves, or they seen an injustice that really impacted them. But once again, they know that they can't or won't do anything about it. So their closest thing to doing it is saying, hey, yeah, get rid of that nigga. Cancel that nigga. You know what I mean? I'll put my name in the hat. You know what I'm saying? But who gonna wear the hat? It ain't gonna be me, but I'll put my name in it. I'll put my name in it.
I echo that. I think it's a lie. I think everything Jeide just said was on point. And I'll throw out the fear of just being that person that doesn't join the herd of applying that peer pressure of your cancel. A lot of individuals are scared to be that black sheep that just kind of I'm going to sit this one out. I'm not going to have an opinion, or my opinion is going to differ from the masses, because more times than not, you wind up being quote unquote caught up, canceled too, by just having a different opinion, or maybe just not being fully engulfed in the opinion of the masses. I'll use the Megan Stallion situation, because on Twitter, I'm quote unquote canceled because of my opinions about the situation.
Congratulations. Congratulations.
Oh yeah, like
Nigga
I'm
say you
racist.
cancel. The niggas ain't never kicked you off, nigga. You can go log on right now. Nigga, you know what? The only person that can cancel you.
Off for 2 weeks, Jeide.
Hold on. I'm gonna let you continue, but there's another thing. There's two things. There's two ways to really get canceled. Real life get canceled. One is by if you cancel yourself, you allow the shits to push you to the point that you can't do nothing. Or two, if the motherfucking head of a society kicks you the fuck out. Then, like, the only person that can really cancel you, Dash, is the people who run Twitter. They say, Dash, you ain't never gonna fuck you no longer. We don't want you on this motherfucker. You're not logging on. Yeah, you've been canceled, my nigga. You've been Twitter canceled. You know what I mean? You can go to Facebook, you go to Pinterest, you go to TikTok, you go to Instagram, all the motherfuckers. But Twitter, my fault. Go ahead.
No, you're describing my last 2 weeks, Jeide. It's been rough. Like,
It's been rough.
It's been rough, he says. Oh, Lord.
So I had 1 week where I was canceled on Twitter for 3 days. First they gave me a 24-hour ban for comments I made about pundit Stephen A. Smith. Then the next day they hit me with the 48-hour. You locked out of Twitter. I couldn't even log in without getting the error code of you're locked out temporarily. For my opinions on the Megan Thee Stallion case, you know, which I really didn't have a dog in the race. I just kind of pointed out what was that none of the evidence suggested one particular person did anything. You know, it just was a lot of misinformation all over the place, and I kind of let my opinion be known about that, and got canceled off. But situations like that is where I have a problem with the cancel culture, because it's just like, all right, I don't feel the same way as the masses, so now I'm a problem, or I'm looked or viewed upon as I agree with the other party, and that's why I have an issue with it. It's just like people just assume, like, okay, if you're not with the canceling, you're on the other side, and that's not necessarily black and white. You know, like it's always a lot of gray to every situation where, you know, like you may feel like a person is right or wrong, and you may just not have an opinion at all about the situation at all. Like you just really just don't care. Like it don't affect you one way or the other. You know.
Yeah, I like that. Like, not caring.
That's funny, not caring. That's
Not
funny.
caring.
Yeah, I know.
Oh,
But
yeah. Real talk.
Not caring,
Yeah, not caring. I mean it in all the ways you can think of. I mean, in all the ways you can think
that's
of.
funny. No caring. Karen's getting the word. Yeah. So, I like these answers.
So I do got one question for you guys.
Go ahead.
Do you both feel like there's ever a situation that ever warrants someone truly being canceled?
What do you
Not
mean
because
warrants people? What do you mean by that?
Like, let's say,
It's gonna be
yeah, something that's super extreme, you know, like that affected the lives of, let's say, for instance, and this is really to the extreme, but let's say Hitler, for example, you know, Hitler in 2023 killing off mass Jews, you know, like, would you feel in that instance, okay, it's cool for us to be like, okay, Hitler is canceled?
Oh man, that's easy. You know who do the canceling that? Wars, nigga. Prison. That's the real cancel culture. Prison, nigga.
Yeah,
wars.
Ain't no more.
Yeah, wars. You know what I'm saying? The government step in with the real cancel culture. It's called a bomb and a bullet.
Oh shit.
Of course, like what Jeide just said, if someone does something to the point of foulness, where it's like, yo, what you did is foul and detrimental to someone else's life, yeah, go take a motherfucking seat. You know what I mean? If a person has spoke their opinion and that's literally all they did, I'm not even paying attention to what y'all talking about. You know what I mean? Like, this is be all the way honest with you. We don't know why the fuck most people say what they say, because we don't even give them a chance to share the thought that might be connected to it. You know what I mean? The first thing we want to do is begin to put chambers of assumption together. And they be loading them bitches like bullets. Like, you got some extra? Yeah, I got a couple. What you got? They in
Nah,
this
real talk.
they in this
Real
building the
talk.
arsenal together. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just gonna like each other. Look, bro, you know we gonna finish that beef tomorrow because this nigga right here, bro, we gotta get
That's the heart of
together on this
cancel
one.
culture.
Yeah.
The assumptions, you know.
Dash, you allured to a very dope thing about that shit. I feel like a lot of people do end up in the mix in what their world is just because they don't want to be left out of the conversation of the friend group they have. Because some friend groups are like, you didn't go, you didn't get a COVID shot, you didn't.
You're not
Wearing
a mask.
Right, you could put a you didn't at the end at the beginning of any of these. You didn't. If they take cancel culture away and put you didn't on the title, you didn't. You know what I mean?
You didn't. You didn't. You sure you did? You
Yeah.
didn't. Oh man.
This is you didn't.
Get seven more
culture.
motherfuckers. Right. Get seven more people to come out like, yo, what's that one episode of South Park? Change. See people popping up like, you didn't. You didn't. You didn't. You didn't. Oh.
This you didn't culture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that. Now we rounding up on an hour, guys. You know, so you want to leave your lasting notes for this episode? Also, you know, I would like to do a little something different, you know, today, you know, starting off the new year, you know, getting everybody right for Monday, start the week. What is a song you would suggest everyone start their morning off with tomorrow?
Ho, ho, use a hoe. Ho, use a hoe. I say that you's a hoe. Ho!
I'm gonna say pick a Dolph record. Anyone they want. Pick a Dolph record. You know what I mean? Any Dolph you banging with, Feature, Endeavor. This is other joint called Big Stepper, but I can't remember who owned it. But boy be on one of them beats. They got one of them boom, brown, bro. He had be talking that shit. He was like Big Stepper. Bye. I'm like, this nigga fucking this. So yeah, you can find that. Good luck. If I ever find a name again, you know. But anything Dolph. Start your day off with some Dolph and go get that paper.
Yeah.
I like that. All right. Well, thank you, gentlemen, for tuning in today. Well, you know what?
What's your song?
I know.
Yeah, what's your song?
That's why I stopped myself because I had forgot. I didn't even give my tune. So I've been in my Neo bag lately. So you know what? I'm actually going to say off his new album, his latest project. I'm actually drawing a blank on the name of it, but it's called I think the song is Cater to My Heart or Cater to You, but I just messed with the gist of the song, and it's really just he really just taking accountability for doing foul and dirt stuff and just saying, look, I'm a work in process. I show you who I am. The gist of the song is pretty much saying, look, this is where I fuck up at. I cheat, I lie, I do this and the third, but I'm honest with you in that I'm doing it. So, you know, either love me for who I am or just, you know.
Leave me the fuck alone.
Yeah.
Respect to it.
I feel like that's the perfect way to start off the week, you know. Either love me for who I am or just leave me alone, you know.
Right on.
Plus, I feel like that's the best way to handle cancel culture, you know. Right? Love me.
For sure.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. The last thing I say is the truth be it is that is the perfect way to handle it. The catch is you gotta find a way to be the human that people won't bother you about being. So you can like exist over there as the true as you possible. Because it's hard as fuck. And you can't walk around just lying and shit. Like you actually gotta be a form of a decent communicator and clarity person. Like those are very important. Figure them out for yourself. But that's my statement. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
I like that. Jeide, any lasting words for the episode?
Oh man, I think I said enough, man. Listen, we love y'all. Y'all subscribe to the Patreon. Y'all subscribe. We need some material for the Patreon. That's what we need to do. I need to have a conversation with the two of y'all. We need to have a meeting or whatnot. We need to put up some things. We need to get some things rolling. You know what I'm saying? New year for everybody that's up in here, man. We ain't having no resolutions. It's a revolution. It's a whole new year, a whole another 365. It's probably about 350 something right now. You know what I'm saying? Make sure that y'all make the most of it. Get your groove on, do what y'all do, and make sure that whatever you do is for the uplifting of not only yourself, but your community and people that you love, so that everybody go hand in hand and make this motherfucker go up. You dig?
Yes, we definitely did. And with that, everybody just stay safe out here. Embrace your moments with your loved ones. Cherish each moment that you have with them, the time that you spend with them. And remember, please remember, no job is more important than the time you spend with your loved ones. Enjoy your vices, enjoy your night. I'm enjoying mine. Y'all stay blessed up, loved up, prayed up. We see y'all next week.
Yes, sir.
Until then, this has been Positive Vibes Maybe.
Yes, sir.
Emphasis on maybe.
Yes, sir.
Maybe.